Evening, everybody. How's things? Has it been a busy day for you? It has for me, must admit. I'm just going to see if I can move a little bit because I can see there that we've got a little bit of shadow and I could do with not having it. There we are, that's a little bit better, I think. Hang on 1 second. There we go. All right. It's a little bit better. If I sort of sit in it. There we go. How's things then? Oh, okay. Been a bit of a busy day. Oh, yeah, you can see, different tangle board today. It's one I'm working on at the minute. There we go, look. So it's not all completely covered yet, as you can see. But, yeah, you can't have all the fun. And, just because I've done one doesn't mean I can't do another. Yeah. Anyway, what are we up to then? Okay, tonight. Thank you, everybody. Thank you if you watched today. I really appreciate it. And, I'll tell you what's really nice is when people message in and you get your pictures shown. And I just think it's absolutely fabulous. As it takes quite a lot of guts, I know that. And, a lot of confidence to be able to do that. So thank you ever so much, everybody. Really appreciate it. But, oh, goodness, it went so quick. So anyway, what are we doing tonight? I've got myself a tile, just a regular tile, although this time it's one of the dark grey ones out of the monochrome. And you can see there, look, I've practised. I'm going to use a gold pen and a white pen this evening. But please feel free, use whatever colours you want to do. That's absolutely fine. So what do I have with me? I've got my Sakura white. I've got an 08 there. That seems to be the most common one anyway. I've got my Micron, my Sakura black. Got my pencil, of course, although it does need sharpening. And I'm not quite sure where the sharpener is at the minute, but that's okay. And then, of course, the regular tortillon, and I've got a gold pen. There we go. Again, it's a Sakura, but it doesn't really matter whatever you've got. I did say I was going to keep it basic tonight, but I have actually brought in with me one of my stencils. It's in one of the basic kits, so you've probably got one. If not, it's no big deal, honestly. Just don't panic. Oh, actually, am I going to use that? No, I'm going to go for a circle. I think that might be a little bit easier to sort of do. When you get these ideas, don't you? And you think, I'm going to do that, and I've tidied up, and I've moved on to something else. There we go. Let's use a circle. Let's have a look. Okay. Oh, dear me. Can you tell I'm not in the studio? Because if I was tonight, what would happen is Leslie would sort of sneak in, and she'd be handing it to me. Okay, I've got one of my special circles, so a bit blingy. Look at that. Yeah, okay, just because I could. It's one of those things. So what we're gonna do? Oh, Debbie, no, that's fine. You can just go ahead and use any colour tile you've got. It really doesn't matter. Oh, excuse me with my hand all over the top there. Whatever you want to do. I think sometimes because some people do have these coloured tiles, it's nice if I actually do one so you can see where I'm going. So basically, all I'm after there then is a sort of a donut shape. So I've got an outer and an in. It's quite wide there. So if I look at the size of my pencil wise, yeah, it's a good 10 mil or so, isn't it? So it's quite a wide one this evening. Let's see how we go with that. All right, so far so good. So what I want to do now, I'm going to go a little bit larger so you can see it there. I'm going to split up my space. So I'm going to put a line in here and then down here. Now I only do this lightly because, Nancy, yeah, I ship to the States. Yeah. Yeah, now, of course, do this a little bit lighter. I'm doing it a little bit darker so you can see what I'm doing here. But you're not going to want to see these afterwards. It's just a guide. All right, so you see there where I've got my quarter section there, and I've just split it so I've got 3 spaces. Oh, hey, Pat. Nice to see you. It is, it's nice to see you. There you go. All right. And then again, see, I've got this space here. I'm going to split it so I've got 3 sections. And then this part, I'm not going to really worry about that. Oh, Nancy, yeah, I do. I have done a couple of lives from Create and Craft to the States as well. So, yeah, there's a few different things on their website than there is on the UK one. So you might want to have a look. Okay, So okay, yeah, I've told you I'm not worried about that one particularly because it's not really important. We're going to cover it with something. But I'm interested now in this one here. I'm going to make it a bit bigger so you can see it. This one here, so like the 3 o'clock one and the 9 o'clock one. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I want to sort of create a bit of a shape here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to work from this point here to this point here. Okay. So then let's go, see, I'm going to create a curve. There we go. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. Now you might want to turn it. Oh, do the yeah, parchment and this. Because it looks like lace, doesn't it? It's a really nice thing to see. Okay, so you see there, I've got that like sort of teardrop shape in the top section there. I'm just going to rub out those little bits just so you can see it a little bit clearer. There we are. So I've sort of got that. There you go. Bit of a teardrop shape there. It's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be. There we go. So it just gives me a bit of a guide. Okay. I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to split there just in case I need it a little bit later. Okay. Oh, hi there, Richard. All right, so choice of colour. I think I'm going to go in with my white pen. Okay. Now, if you wanted to, you could go in with black. So if you've got a regular tile, that's absolutely fine. It's entirely up to you. So it's not a case that you've got to sort of stick and follow this all the way through. It's just nice to sort of do something different now and again, isn't it? Okay. Sorry, I keep moving. I do apologise. There you go. Is that a little bit clearer? So I'm going to sort of work in this area here. I'm going to sort of, let's just put a dot so you can see where I'm going to. Let's have a look. Oh no, let's actually use that pen. There we go. There we go. Little dot. All right. Oh, you're welcome, Nancy. Do you know what? They're keeping me sane just like they're keeping you sane. I absolutely love doing them, and it's just, I feel like I've got a lot of new friends and lots of people that I wouldn't have known before. Okay, you see what I've done there? I've done this sort of curvy shape, and I've brought it back around on itself. Okay. And then let's do another one this side. Here we are. Okay. Now you see I've got a bit of a gap here, so let's just go ahead and fill that gap in. There you are. Oh, thank you ever so much for watching this afternoon, everybody. It's took me longer to get there and back than it did to do the show, but I know it's worth it. It's great. I love going there. Okay, so you see I'm working around that initial dot there. So it's just a case of just adding a few. You don't have to do different, mirrored image each time. You can just work your way around, do whatever you feels something right. So let's have a look here. Let's go with one this way. All right, and then you see it's left a gap there. All right. And then over we go there. Okay. Oh, thank you, Nadia. Yeah, I like that colour. It was quite a dark red. Yeah. So I'm gonna have one going underneath there, I think. So you see I've got a little bit of a gap here. I'm just gonna fill it in with some bubbles. Just want to close that gap, you see? Alright. Okay, let's put another one here. So again, it's sort of, I've got a bit of a gap. Let's fill with bubbles. There we go. And yeah, see I've got a bit of a gap there. Let's put another one in. There's no right or wrong. I'm not trying to create an absolutely perfect shape. It doesn't have to be anything. It's just how it sort of works. So you see I'm gonna add one there. Okay, see how it's sort of forming? It's just building, isn't it? I think let's have a couple more up here. See, I've got a bit of a gap there. I don't know whether I'm going to leave that or not. Let's see. Let's have a couple in there. And I'm just going to put one maybe there. So it's coming into there. And then let's fill that with bubbles. Okay. Oh, I'll move again. Sorry. There we go. I keep moving. So I'm just going to come in now from those points. Let's go a little bit larger so you can see. Hey Garth. Alright, so from here I'm just going to come in and pull out. See? In, pull out. So it's almost like it's a very sort of a slow flick. And it's just following the shape around. There we are. You see, look, I've got a gap there. Let's fill it in with bubbles. Okay. So another one there, look. And from that inside outwards. Oh, I know those owl pictures were fantastic. Thank you. They were. All the pictures were. I think every time somebody sends something in, I'm so proud of you all. Look what you're doing. It's great. I know we've had some negative things this year, but my goodness me, it's just lovely, isn't it, to see what artwork's coming out and what people are doing. Oh, look at that. Is that lovely, isn't it? It's just sort of flowing and working its way around the shape here. All right. Okay. We'll leave that shape for a minute. Are you ready for something a little bit different? We've done this tangle before, but maybe I'm just going to switch it up a little bit. And I'm going to come out with a bit of a curl, just like before. Remember, we've done this sort of hook shape before. But what I want to do is I'm sort of going to make a bit of a bobble on the end. You see, it's quite a sort of, it's almost like repeating that funny shape there, you see? But then I'm just going to bring it back till I can't go in any further. You see, you've got that little sort of oval shape on the top. So we could come in and just add in that little line there. Oh, Nancy, yeah, please ask. I will try and answer if I can. Or if not, I'm sure there's somebody else here that could. Yes, there we are. So those into there. And then a little kink there. Okay. Let's have a look at where that fits in. Okay. I love that. Okay, so I'm going to put another one in. I'm going to have another one here, look. And now this time it's not even in that circle anymore. I'm just sort of creating something a little bit out of the lines there. God, it won't normally take you on your own to do a tile if I weren't filming. Oh, it depends. Now, I know you were expecting that answer. Some nights it could take me, I don't know, a couple of hours, depending on the complexity of it. And then other times I might just do a sketch, if it's planned for a video or something. And so that could take me, I don't know, 20 minutes just to sort of get the idea. But the plan is that you just make a start and you don't think about how long it's going to take, unless of course you're on a timer. So yeah, I would say a regular tile you're looking at anywhere between 40 minutes to 2 hours. I mean, if you find that you've come out after 3 hours and it's took you that long, that's fine. It really doesn't matter in that sense, but yeah, that's sort of how long. Okay, so you can see here I've got this little bit of a closed section. Let's bring that in. And I'm going to fill that with bubbles. Okay. Now, do I have any more? Yes, I've got another one here. So I'm going to fill that with bubbles. Let's have a look at this side. Okay, so fill that. So I'm not making those gaps on purpose, and I'm not sort of planning on where I've got things to fill or not. I'm just going around and working it out. See here, it's a gap where you can sort of get out into the fresh air, so to speak. So it's not going to have bubbles in it. All right. Have a look. All right. So we've sort of got a really quite a nice pattern going on here, haven't we? So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue it, but I'm going to change pens. So white pen's going away, and I'm going to come in now with my gold pen. Now again, what you've got to remember is here you can see this pencil mark quite clearly, but when you come to do your own, you won't, because you're going to do it a lot lighter. I've only done it dark so you can see what I'm doing. All right. Now I know I've got one here that's sort of underneath all this and I can still see the lines, but I'm not going to start there. I'm going to go on to one of these sections so you can see what I'm going to do firstly, okay? So the idea is I'm going to start on the inside there. So I'll just put a dot there so you can see it. There we go. And I'm going to work my way up diagonally. So I'm just going to turn it a little bit. And I'm going to go from here. I'm going to come all the way. Oh, let's get my pen going. All the way up. And round. And back. So you see I'm sort of repeating that pattern a little bit. But I've gone diagonally across that space. Oh, hey Sheila. No, not late, it's fine. There we go. So you can see that I've actually gone across ways. Alright. So let's have another go at that. I'm going to go a bit bigger so you see what I'm doing there. So again, I'm going to work from this point across ways. But I'm going to create, there we go, that lovely sort of curve and bring it back down to the same point. Do you know, look at that gold on grey, there's just something about that. Okay, and then here, same one, so I'm on to the next one. I'm going to work my way up. You see, same shape, but I'm actually letting the size and the shape of the grid to sort of dictate where it's going. So this one is going to be a little bit smaller, so still from there, and I'm aiming towards this point, but it's sort of going to finish a bit closer because it's got to create that lovely shape. Let's put that line in. Okay, right, let's have a look at that. All right, so now we know what kind of shape we're doing. You see this one here that I left earlier? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to again start at that point and I'm going to work my way up and round, but obviously I can't go into there, so I'm going to imagine and then I'm going to come back and round. Okay, so it's underneath that first one that I've drawn. Okay, now of course underneath here you're not going to see any, so I'm not going to do those. So let's have a look then. Okay, so looking at this side then, I started on the inside and worked outwards. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to start on the inside and work towards this corner now. Oh, thank you, Nancy. Do you know, it's a really nice one, this. It's just something a little bit different about it. And a bit lotusy maybe, but a bit Christmassy as well maybe. Am I allowed to say Christmas yet? I know my friend Marie would have Christmas all year round if she could. But I must admit, I like the tradition, but it, you know, it's got its time and its place. So you see here, let's go and have a look at this one. Now, this line here is underneath here, so I'm going to pretend that I've started there. I'm going to imagine that I've drawn it, see? And then put my pen down, bring it round, and that would go back, and you'd get a little bit of that there. Now, for the rest of them, you're not going to see. Okay. So we've got that. Look how lovely that is. And again, you're not going to see these pencil lines of yours because they're going to be quite light. Okay. And I suppose so, yeah. But I think it's the gold's just lovely, isn't it? Okay, let's choose one that we've got a full sort of section. Here we go. Let's do this one first. So what I'm going to do this time, I'm working within this section here. So I'm going to add another one of those curves. But you see where I've started sort of here, so it looks like it's going underneath. So I get a little line in there. And then let's do a third one. So it's actually filling the whole of that section on that side. Oh, do you, Lorraine? Birthday's before Christmas. My birthday's just after Christmas. So we're all Sagittarius or Capricorn then, are we? Alright. So, okay, you see here, I'm not really going to see much at all. I might just put a little line in so it looks like it's working its way. Alright, you see that shape? and then this one. So there's my first one. Let me see, I've got this little gap left. There's my second one. So let's just fill that in, fill that in. Okay. So then of course we come to this top one. And if you find that you can't get 3 in, that's absolutely fine. Don't panic about it. Just put 2 in. I'm going to go for the 3. There you go. So they're quite small. But just got them in there. And of course, what you've got to remember that the Sakura's pens, these are like an 06 or an 08. I think so. You know, they're going to be a little bit thicker than your black pen. Oh, and honestly, Nancy, you don't have to use grey. You can use any colour you like. It'll look just as beautiful. Okay, so we're going to work on this side now. And again, if we look at this section here, let's just go in with 1 and 2. Again, if you can only get 2 in, it's fine. I've got 3 in there. There we go. Oh. We've got a few different star signs then. You know, I'm not quite sure of when they are and things, but I do think they're relevant. I did have my I did have an astronomy type of business plan put together when I first started my business. And my business and myself personally are totally different people. But that's a good thing, isn't it? Oh, April. Oh, see. 22nd of December. Who's that? Oh, Helen. Yeah, a little bit before mine, that. Okay, there we go. Look at that. That looked lovely. Sorry about the light, people. You know, it's because it's dark and we've got lights on. Love that, don't I? It's just lovely. I mean, we're not finished yet. There's so much more to do. I'm going to come back up because I want to have a look now at the gaps between here. Oh, Aries. My sister was Aries and my dad. And yeah. Okay, let's go a little bit larger. Right, so what we're going to do here, let's pick this one where it's got a bit more space. I'm going to bring it up as though, so I was doing another curl, but I'm going to bring it and take it to that point there, you see? And then let's just put a little ball underneath. Alright, look at that gold, how it just sort of sits, it's still drying, look, it's beautiful. The same here, look, I'm going to come up and touch that one and then put a little ball in. I'm still working within that grid. Let's have a look at that. There you go. And the same again here, look, I'm going to follow this up, come to that point and then put a ball in. And again, I'm still working inside the grid. So last one here, up and around and then put a ball inside. Okay. Now see here, I'm not going to get much. I'm just going to get a bit of a line. I'm just going to continue it. Oh, funny that 40 on the 4th of January. I'm not 40. Not next birthday, I'm not 40. Maybe there's one with an O in it, but it's not 40. Okay, so same this side, look. I'm going up and to that point. And then I'm going to put a ball in. And the same again. Up and to the point and put a ball in. And then of course here, the corner bit's sort of down here, so I can't really, so I'm just going to sort of imagine and a little bit of it there, and then I'm going to get that ball in. Oh, look at that. It does look like a big gem, doesn't it? You could colour. I've got a plan for this though, so bear with me. All right. So I think what we should do, we should sort of mix the two colours a little bit. Whilst I've got my gold, I'm just going to come in. I'm just going to add a little dot at the top. You see? Now, if you're noticing that your pencil underneath is a little bit heavy, then before you start getting carried away with your gel pens, you might want to rub out those lines because it will affect that gel pen when you rub it out. Okay? Oh, I see, I need a line in that one, don't I? Oh, it is there, but it's there. Oh, Joanne, yeah. Do you know what? I can imagine you, Jo, doing this in lots of different colours. and having all those gel pens out and having like jewel-like colours going on. That's lovely. And then of course let's have a couple of little bubbles around. Let's not get carried away with them just yet. Let's just add a few little ones in there. See, just sort of, when you're using two different gel pens, you do need to sort of mix them together, because it's got to look like they belong together, if that makes sense. If you just have one and then the other, it's not, there's no combination there, so to speak. Okay, so if we come back in with the white pen, remember those bubbles, they've just had a little bit of a chance to dry off. I'm just going to come in, come on, get it going, there you go, and I'm just going to fill it with the white. Now of course if you wanted to come in and use a different colour, or you know, use some pencils and things, that's fine, but I just want it to be the same with this one. There you go. Okay. Oh, it does look a bit regal, doesn't it? Let's have a look at that. Oh, look at that. Do you know, even I'm impressed with that. That looks pretty good. All right. Okay. So the next little bits, I want to come to, I'm going to stick with my white pen. Right, I'm going to come to this top section here. Okay, where we've got this point. So you see where it didn't really matter about that pencil line, because we're not going to really see it. And because that's a little bit heavy, I'm just going to ever so gently take it. I just want to make sure that it's not going to sort of affect that gold there, because it still might be a little bit damp. There we go. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, no problem. You can come back and look at it later when you've got some time. It's fine. It's you know, you're going to want to catch up on this one. Okay, so there's my bubble on the top, and of course I need it to join, so I'm going to join it here and here. Okay. Oh, I tell you what else works really well, Gail, as well as the gel pens, the pastel gel pens. I've got one here. This is excuse me a second, I know we're going off piece a little bit. This is the oh, there you go, wrong way around. Uniball Signo, and I have a bit more. Actually, I'll do it on the back of this. I'm just going to turn it over for a moment. Here we go. So if we look at this, oh, I bet it's not going to work now. Will it work on this one? Oh, hang on, it's coming. Oh, a bit larger. Look at that. For, you know, for a pastel sort of pen. As a gel pen, it's really quite nice, isn't it? They're lovely. It's a lovely set. It's all pastels. There's some lovely like yellows and pinks in there. Oh, Debbie, kind of page. Do you know what? I know it's, you're sort of thinking, oh, just to practice. But you know what? The best paper you can get, the best results you're going to get. And honestly, have a look on the Create Craft website, the USA one, because there are some cartridge paper pads that I do on there. I'm sure they are still. Okay, here we go. So I want to come back to pencil just for a minute, and I think you'll want to do this because we can then draw it in with the pen after. I'm going to add an extra line. See, just extending it down a little bit, okay? And then I'm going to add in, let's put in another bubble. See, it's a little bit bigger, not much, just a little bit. Okay. All right, we're ready for this then. What we're going to do is I'm going to add, see, it starts as a curved line there, and it's going to come round, create that little sort of teardropper shape. It's always better if you do it quickly. And back again, you see? So you've got this sort of bubble shape here, and then you've got this sort of shape here. So it's sort of like that kind of thing. All right. Okay, so now decisions. I'm going to go with the white. Okay, I'll go a bit bigger so you can see this. Let's add in that bubble there. Okay. And then I'm going to follow from this point. I'm going to bring it down to the curve, down to the curve, you see? And then I'm just going to do, let's go there. Okay, oh, Pat! And then let's bring this out here, and let's go 1, 2, 3. The same again, bring this and go 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to put a couple of little lines in there. Just going to turn it a little bit. Couple of lines in there. All right. And then, of course, a line on the top. She needs her halo. Hey! Let's have a look at it. Oh, look at her. There we go. Now, of course, you might, if you want to put feet on and things, it's absolutely fine. But I think, you know, it's nice to have just a hint of it. We know what it is. We can see it. Okay? I'm going to come back to that because I'm just going to sort of... Am I going to rub out that line or not? I might just sort of add a couple of little dots. There we go. See, I don't want to have a sort of a solid line. There we are. Look. Oh, do you, Vivian? You know, that's the thing with them. You've got to sort of work from one side to the other and keep turning your tile so it's not in the way. There you are. I know that can be a bit of a pain. Okay. So I would usually at this point come in with my pencil and start to add in some of the, you know, the shading and things. But I think being that this has got gold and white to put the pencil in, I don't think I really want to do it. I'm going to actually bring in some colour. So colour choice, whatever you want to go with. I'm going to think greys and let's go blues. Oh no, let's go blues. So what am I working with tonight? I'm actually sat on at my desk in my craft room. So I've actually got my polychromos in front of me. So that's what I'm going to use. So what have I got? Definitely got a white. There we go. So I need maybe 3 blues. I've got a pale blue there. I need something that's a little bit more mid blue. Let's go for a slightly darker blue. Let's go with that one. There we go. And then I'm actually going to bring in a purple. Hang on a second. There we go. There we go. Oh no, that's a Delft blue. We don't want that. I want a purple. Why a purple? It's because sometimes what you find if you're using all the same colour, then you don't quite get the depth that you're after. So I'm going to be working, this is definitely a purple. There you go, look. So I've got a few colours to play with. So let's see. I might even bring in a yellow. See how we go. Okay. So here we are. Let's start where we sort of began, and I'm going to come in with my dark blue. There we go. Just in those bottom bits. Now what I don't want to do is colour over my white. So I'm just going to add in between, you see? And then in between there. Okay, see I'm just going up, following that line. And then I'm going to come in with that mid blue and just add a little bit more. Just get quite pale around the gem. So you might decide that if you're doing this again, you want to colour it first, but I like to give myself a challenge. Okay. Oh yeah, Sheila, absolutely every time. If anybody ever came to my colouring classes, you know, to use black would have been shock horror. Don't, because of course, you know, it turns your colours a little bit colder. You spend all the time blending, so you want to make sure that, you know, you're getting the best out of it. It just looks more natural. So as daft as it sounds here, if you want to put a bit of shading in with the blue, go to the opposite end of the colour wheel, which would be orange. Okay. Now you see here what I'm doing. I'm not doing every one because at the moment I'm just working with the 2 pencils, the dark blue and that mid blue. So I'm just picking a couple of them out and using them 2 pencils. If you've gone over your white like that, doesn't matter. You can go back over with a white pen afterwards. It's fine. There we go. Just you see, notice as well, I'm not colouring the whole thing in. You see where I'm actually leaving some of it with the original paper underneath. Okay. Okay. Nancy, you're having a right night tonight. You are. I'm so glad you joined us. We're all excited for you. Oh, it's lovely. But, yeah, we'll be in there tomorrow. We're going to start printing off dispatch notes and stuff. Yeah, busy day. I think even Leslie's bringing in pastries, so we're all good. Love Leslie. All right, you see this one here is quite a little bit bigger, so I'm just going to add a touch of that white, you know, just on that end. There we go. Oh, I do apologise. There you are. You see, let's have a look at it. Okay, so now I'm going to take away the darker blue, or that mid blue, right? Yeah, the dark blue. Keep the mid and bring in the light. So I'm working with these two now. So I'm just going to pick on a couple more. You see, there you are. Now I'm not trying to do every other one. I'm trying to keep it random, if I can. It just sort of changes it up a little bit. There we go. So I don't think you've got to seriously be able to colour to do this. I'm just adding that colour. I'm not trying to colour in seriously. It's just adding a little bit to it. That's all. And of course now it's starting to lose all those pencil lines that were underneath originally. Yeah. Okay. Oh, London. I know, Sheila. Yeah, it's it was a bit busy. It's just under 2 hours drive to Peterborough, and that's okay though. I mean, Dawn was there, Wheeler, and Linda Chapman was in there today, and a few other. And I had a show with Nigel. He's always great. Love Nigel. He's great. Okay, so I'm going to come back to that darker blue and just add another one in here. There we are. You see, by changing your colours around, even if, you know, you don't have to use 3 or 4 on each sort of shape. It's just about, I'm going to add a little bit of light in there. You know, just mixing it up a little bit. Look at that. Let's have a look at it now. Hello, mind you Londoners, are you in? You're going to do tier 2, is that right? So, yeah, these lockdown things are coming back into effect, aren't they? Into different tiers. So, yeah, I think we all just need to follow the rules, don't we? And, you know, think about each other. We'll get through it. You know, yeah, see, I'm adding a touch of white there. And see this one behind, I'm going to bring in a bit of purple. You see how much darker that is? And then that dark blue. There we go. Just on that edge there. Let's have a look. Okay, see what a difference that makes, just having that little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little bit more onto these here. Yeah, there we go. I might even just add that little bit rather than colour all of it. I'm actually working on with the purple now, so there we go. And then just adding a little bit to the inside of those. Just sort of a bit of depth. So you can see there, it's not a serious colour in, it's just applying a little bit to add a bit of shade. There we go. Not a black pen in sight today. Okay, oh, you can see, look, there's one there, sneaky one. Let's give that one a little bit of treatment then. Because it's behind everything else, I'm going to come in a little bit darker. So, there we go. Alright. So, you see, here I've not coloured in fully. I don't want the whole thing to be coloured. It's just about adding a little bit of shadow. So let's leave that bit as it is. So, okay, let's come in now. We've used sort of the blues here. Because this is a gold, I'm actually going to bring just a touch of yellow in. So here we go, look. I've got, there we go, a bit of a yellow. I might bring a sort of an orangey yellow in. Not too much, though. I think that's, yeah, it's my palish yellow. A bit of white. Oh, no, might bring in, there you go, a few to play with. So let's bring it up. Okay, so I'm going to start with the sort of the darker colour. Here we go. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to start at this point here. I'm just going to flick a little bit in. You see, because it's the gold and it's quite similar in colour, I can just sort of sit over the top. And now I know it's dry. See, there's not much going on. It's just giving it a little bit. Same on the other side. And of course, don't forget that if your gel pen's not dry, don't do it yet. Okay, just a little bits of flicks. So you've got a little bit in there, but not much. And this is where the yellow then comes in and changes things. It's all about adding that little highlight, you see? And you notice that I'm really just focusing on that first one. I'm not trying to do all of it. If you try and get a little bit crazy and colour everything in, it sort of loses its effect. So we want to just do little bits. And we'll get a little bit under there. Okay, let's have a look at that. Okay, so while I've got the yellow in hand, I'm just going to bring it and add a, see, I'm just adding a little bit onto those there. Too much. Oh, look, I put lines in that one and I've not in that one. There we are. Let's add some lines in there. There we go. That's it. Oh, there's just one in there. Okay, so now what we're going to do with our little angel here. Okay, idea is I'm going to come in with a bit of, just a little bit of white round on the inside there. See? Okay, and now, yes, I've got pencils out, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring a pastel pencil out. Now, I'm sure you all know the difference, but if there's anybody out there that's not quite so sure, you can see here, like I've got a regular pencil and I've got a pastel pencil. It's very chalk-like, so if I just turn it over for a minute, my regular pencil, as you can see, you're just going to get a bit of a colour and then nothing moves, you see? But if I use my pastel, you can immediately see the difference and then it will move, okay? Alright, so the next thing then is, I'm not going to work on the inside of her, I'm going to work on the outside with this yellow, and I'm just going to add a little bit around the edge. Okay. Right, a little bit around there, and I'm going to do the same with a white pastel. Just a little bit. Just around the edges. You see, the beauty with this is I'm not colouring in, I'm just adding a little bits. Okay, so then that comes in with a little tortillon. Okay, and all I'm going to do with this is just very gently soften the edges. So this is what you do if you've been using a pencil to add your shading. This is how you would soften the edges of your pencil. But being that we've coloured mostly tonight and used gel pens, we didn't need to. But you can see there that needs a little bit more there, look. There we go. Just ever so gently. Softly. We're not trying to sort of push it into the work up. We're just sort of giving it that little bit of a glow. Let's have a look at it. Okay, well, let's just sort of lean on that. Alright, so looking at her, I think she needs a little bit more around her. So let's just go back in, and this is the great thing with, you know, you've got different bits and pieces, or whatever you've got in your craft box. You can just sort of mix and match and bring it in, or you don't have to at all. You could literally just do this with a regular pencil and a tortillon, and you'd have the same effect. It's just that it wouldn't be in colour. That's entirely up to you. There we go. Okay, little bits. So let's have a look at it. I'm just going to, that's it, if I lean into there. So look, she's got that little bit of a glow. So we're almost done. I'm going to come back now with my purple pencil. Okay, and coming back to this original sort of shape here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow around. See that ball that we did there? And just a little bit up there. And then I'm just going to follow around this here. Okay, same on the other side. You see I just went up so far there, round and down into here. So now I'm just following that shape in sections. There you go, just take your time with it. You know, just make sure that that gel pen's dry. See, that one's coming all the way around here. Okay. And then where we've got these gaps, I'm just going to come in and I'm just going to draw a line here, and then I'm just doing this one. I'm not doing all three sides. I'm just picking two sides. I'm going to do the same two sides each way. So I'm not thinking about shadows and where they're going to lie on the rest of it. I'm just going to colour in two of those lines, you see? Okay. And then next ones, so I'm just going to repeat it this side. There we go. So there's that one. And then there's this one here. This one. Okay. So I'm not going to do that around the edge. I think what I am going to do is bring a little bit of a white pen in. Okay. Oh, hi, Bridget. Oh, honestly, don't ever worry about being behind. It's fine. Remember, as you know, we're trying to bring this sort of pen in as we're going. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the top here with this white pen. I'm just checking it's the same pen. So I've got two pens out tonight. I'm just going to draw in some really small little bubbles. There you go. Now, whether you want to do this, you know, with a black pen, or whether you want to bring in a different colour, or whether you want to just come in maybe with just add dots, it's entirely up to you. I'm just wanting to give it a little bit of a finished edge. You see? Right. Just a little bit of work around. Okay. And just taking it nice and gentle. Oh, I have no idea, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Yeah, could you imagine? Where would we all have to meet though? You know? There's so many of us, which is a great thing, isn't it? Never thought it possible, you know, to be able to do a class. I mean, I've been a teacher for a long time, but I've never taught a class, you know, with so many in it and from so many different countries. It's fabulous. It's such a nice way of, you know, meeting like-minded people as well, isn't it? And everybody gets on so well and you all support each other. It's just lovely. All right. So here we go. Just there's, you know, I've just done a really, really little bubbles. Oh, let's have a look at it. See? It's just sort of giving it the edge. Oh, thanks, Bridget. Sometimes I don't choose the colours, they choose me, if you know what I mean. It's about how it works, isn't it? So I think, yeah, almost done. I know we're sort of switching between 2 or 3 different things tonight. I think I just need to come in with that. I'm not going to use the purple, I'm going to use the dark blue. I do, Nancy. Do you know, sometimes I'm so thankful that people have found me and that you're supporting me. You know, we all support each other, because I don't know what I would have done if we didn't have this. And yeah, I feel it feels like a real responsibility that, you know, we do this, and I didn't take it on lightly. So I was only going to do 12 tiles. I know that's going to be, you know, my forever comment, isn't it? But I feel a sense of responsibility now to make sure we can all get through this. So, but I love it, absolutely love it. Okay, I think a little bit of blue on her halo, just a little bit of shadow, you see. So yeah, so I always try and make sure I'm teaching you something, but also that you know, you're having a bit of an enjoyment. And I know not everybody likes all the tiles. You know, I do try and mix and match them, so you all get something that you like at some point. There we go. So just a little bit of shadow in there with her. Okay. I know, Sheila, I know. Okay, let's have a look at this. Now, do we want to do drop shadows? Do we? Yes. Drop shadow. I'm not going to do the angel, but yeah, let's see on these little sections here. Oh, Nancy, no, everybody on here is really nice. We're all very supportive, and you know, everybody helps everybody else, and that's how we want it to be. We don't want anything negative on here. Just keep it going. You see what I'm doing? I'm just adding some colour. Oh, let's go a little bit bigger so you can see it. You see, so this shape here, I've added it here, and then it's joined on. Same here, look, added it here and joined it on. So I'm not really overdoing it, I'm just doing it in little bits. Okay, just a little bit here. Now I don't always drop shadow everything, because otherwise you start getting a little bit crazy and carried away. It's just about adding those little bits. There we are. Okay, a little bit there. Alright, so I'm not going to drop shadow the fairy, but the last thing she needs, or the whole thing needs, is I'm going to come back. You want to see my craft desk now. There's pencils and pens everywhere. What's new? Remember this line that we started here? I'm just going to come in and add a couple of little bubbles to the top. You see there? Just so it sort of wanders off into the... I mean, if you wanted to, you could put a little bit of a... There you go, a little bow there. Alright. So we've got our little bauble. Okay, well, let's go a little bit. So let's have a look at that. And I think for now, apart from the signature, of course, I think she's done. And our little sort of fairy there dangling away. But, you know, we'll come back to where we first started with this section. It's just divine. So you remember when I said that you can go back over if you've got a little bit of blue on your white pencil. Sorry, a little bit of blue on your white pen, rather. There we go. Let's go back in and just finish it off. There we go. So here we go. Where am I going to put my name? Oh, let's go here. There, just initials. Just on the bottom there. Okay, so there it is. Our little angel that's in a lovely little ring. Now this is just a fabulous thing if you want to do it a little bit larger and add something different in. But again, if you're wanting to do something but not a flower, but something that's got a little bit of life, this is a really, really pretty thing to do. And of course you can do it in any colour, you can do it on any tile. But I hope you like that one. It's been an hour, so it's now 8 o'clock Friday evening, and tile, oh my goodness, 86. And I did say I'm gonna put some dates on my Facebook page, because we're aiming to get to tile 100 on New Year's Eve. So in order to do that, we're gonna have to put a few extra sessions in. So I thought over the Christmas holiday period we could do a few more in the days, rather than just do a Wednesday and a Friday. We could do a few more, so I'm going to put some dates out for those. If you can make it, great. If not, doesn't matter. It's just a case of catch up or you know, save it to your own space and have a go at it when you can. But I just think it'd be a really nice thing to do, won't it? And you know, just as a way to say, let's do this year, and then let's see what's coming. There's something a bit different and new maybe next year. Also, if you are thinking about book 4, which is coming later on in December, and you have a tile that's from 30, I've got to get this right now, from 37 to 60 that you particularly like, can you please take a photo? It's got to be a plan view photo. So just like this is plan view. Nice clear photo, perhaps with a white background, so I could crop it if I need to, and email it to me at sandra@sandrarushton.co.uk. But if in the little title or the subject, if you could put tile for book, that would be brilliant, because I don't want to lose them and then find that you're not in there. So if you could do that and you want to, that would be lovely. We had a great gallery in book 3, and I'd like to extend it a little bit if I can into you know, a few more pages maybe for book 4. Of course, if you've got a journal page, you could do that too. Just, you know, just make sure it's a plan view for me, and that would be great. So yeah, all there's left to say then is have a lovely weekend, everybody. Enjoy this one, and I look forward to seeing, I don't know, maybe some red and green ones, maybe some pink ones, and you know, maybe, I don't know, see what comes of it. Just enjoy and have a bit of fun. And yes, Lorraine, I don't think we're going to be stopping now. It's going to be, I know, Nancy. I don't think we're going to be stopping now. I think we're all addicted to this, and it's just what we've got to do, isn't it? So yeah, have fun with it, and let me know how you get on. So take care, all being well. Oh, Marie, will see you on Monday. She's going to do the owl she's going to do the outstretched wings owl to show you how to do that. And then I'll be back for another tile on Wednesday. So, okay, see you then. Bye.